Hello and welcome to Learn, Do, Become Radio. This is April Berry and I am out on a walk with our dog Sunny, and thought I could just record part one of an episode that will be getting a part two in a little bit. But I wanted to bring you along on a little journey and have more of a personal conversation with you today. So just pretend that you're out walking with me and we're just having a chat. So I just got off the phone with my business coach and she's amazing. I look forward to these calls. It's a chance for me to be able to share mindset-wise what's holding me back, where I've seen myself progress, what I'm afraid of, what my goals are. And it's just so nice to have someone listen and help me out. And as we talked, I was telling her how excited I was about this vision board that I created since our last call. I updated it, I added some things, I got really clear on some of the things I'm excited about. And then I shared one of my big dreams that I had put on my vision board and said, maybe I should take this one off. I don't know if I should have it on there. Maybe it's too big. And then we started talking more and more about where my fears are and what's holding me back, why I want to take things off my vision board. So as we talked and I opened up, I actually shared with her an experience that really is probably one of the ones that's been holding me back the most. And it's kind of personal, and so I'm not going to share all of it here. But essentially, I have good reasons why I want to stay small. And I have really good reasons why I want to protect myself from stepping out and leveling up and graduating, and moving up to the next level, kind of in life and in goals, things like that. And so as I shared it with her, she gave me a challenge and she invited me to write a letter to that part of myself. She talked about that movie Inside Out. I don't know if you've seen it, where it's like all the different personality types that are having conversations and helping decide what to have a person actually do. And there's the part that's more joyful. There's the part that's, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go make it happen. There's the part that's more cautious, right? And she said, I want you to write a letter to that really cautious, scared part of yourself and explain why everything's okay, and explain why things are going to be different this time, and explain how much support you have now, and explain why it's safe. And then put that letter on your nightstand and read it every morning and every night. Okay, so that's my homework assignment. So after I got off the call with her, I had like a little moment of maybe overwhelmed by emotion. Just thinking, like, am I ready to write this letter? Am I ready to talk to this part of myself that's afraid? And I just want you to ask yourself that same question. Because as you're moving forward, whether it's getting your life more organized or getting your finances in order or moving forward with some big decisions in a job or a business or education or a relationship or whatever it is, often there's some story or some part of ourselves that's saying, hang on, not so fast, you need to be cautious and take care of yourself, right, in the process. So anyway, as I considered this possibility of writing this letter, at first I was a little bit nervous, and then I realized I'm very, very excited because I have been dealing with this part of myself subconsciously for a long time. Like, it's the part of me that when I wake up in the middle of the night, I give it voice. I worry about things. It subconsciously holds me back when I go to work on something and make a decision. I can feel myself putting my foot on the brakes and saying, no, hang on. And as I was talking with my coach, she said, yeah, every time you want to move forward, that little part is saying, wait, remember what happened last time you did this? Don't do it again. So I'm guessing you can probably relate, although our stories are different and our certain experiences are going to be unique. I'm pretty sure you can relate to that feeling of not wanting to grow, And I talk about this, I think, probably too much because sometimes I wonder, why have I been dealing with this for so many years? Like, so many years. So anyway, I'm going to go write that letter to myself and then I'll record more and tell you how it went. But anyway, just wanted to record myself while I was in the moment. All right, I am almost done my walk. Talk to you soon. Okay, it's super early in the morning and I just finished writing my letter to myself, so I'm just going to give you a quick update. But If you were thinking about doing this exercise, definitely do it. I can't even tell you how awesome it is. So, quick story, last night Eric and I were driving to a meeting and we had like half an hour in the car together. And on the way home, I was telling him about this letter I wanted to write and what my coach had encouraged me to do. And he wanted me to explain to him a little bit more, like, April, what are you afraid of? Like, what is it? Why are you scared? He didn't understand. He's like, I don't understand what's kind of going on. Anyway, so we had a really good talk in the car, and he helped calm a lot of my fears. He even helped kind of pull them out of me, because a lot of times it's so subconscious. I'm not thinking about it. And I kept telling him that. I'm like, Eric, it's not like I'm sitting here thinking all these things. It's that I'm finally giving voice to these connections my brain has made. and I've been making decisions and living off of this framework that, my brain has created. And now I'm trying to go down and undo all this stuff. So anyway, this morning I woke up and I actually slept really well last night, and I could feel myself already calming down. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to write this letter. So I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. I'll tell you a little bit about it. I wrote, Dear April Scared. That's the name of the person I wrote to. And I signed it from April Strong. Now, I shared in a newsletter at Learn to Become a few months ago that when I was in first grade, I went into my class to meet my teacher, and she said, oh, yes, April. We have 2 Aprils in our class. We have April Strong. When she said April Strong, I was like, oh, she knows that I probably am really great. My kindergarten teacher probably told her I was going to do a great job in first grade. I'm April Strong. And then she said, and then we have April Wilson. And my heart totally sank because I was April Wilson. So there's another girl named April Strong. Anyway, I just remember that moment when I was like, man, I wish that was my name. So I have a little Post-it note I keep in my planner that says, you are April Strong. Anyway, my family laughs about it with me all the time. So yes, the letter was written, Dear April Scared, signed, Love April Strong. So anyway, I'm just going to share how I started the letter. Some of it's pretty personal, so I'm not going to include all of it, but here's how I started it. Okay. Dear April Scared, I really appreciate you. Truly, I do. You have been with me my whole life and have done a great job keeping me out of dark alleys, making sure I didn't end up in precarious situations, helping me stay on top of my deadlines, and motivating me to do a lot of good things in order to protect my family and the ones I love. You watch out for me constantly, and that feels amazing to know that someone is scanning the world, looking for threats, and giving me wise advice to help me stay safe. But when it comes to pursuing my goals and stepping fully into my purpose, I must insist that you take a step back and calm down. I understand why you are concerned. It's been quite a journey over the past 15 years. There were many times I jumped into projects and initiatives without knowing exactly what I was doing, and some of those situations ended up taking a lot of effort, energy, and emotion to rectify. There were moments that felt pretty hopeless. There were people whose feelings I hurt, and sometimes I suffered heavy losses, financially, socially, and relationally. I know you don't want to see me sick from stress, waking up panicked in the night, or emotionally weighed down. And I agree, I don't want those things either. But right now, I distinctly hear a calling to step into my personal mission of helping others to get out of overwhelm. And if you try to stop me every time I attempt to move forward, I'll never be able to do what I am meant to do. You understand that, right? You don't want me to live a life of regret or spend all my time avoiding the very things that make my heart leap, do you? And you definitely don't want to leave people in a state of suffering when there is so much that can be done to give them relief. And sure, theoretically, that might all sound great, but I get it. It's the logistics you're worried about. So let's review a few reasons why this work is different than everything that happened before. And then I wrote down 5 reasons, and I won't share those because they're pretty personal, but it was actually really powerful because that part of me that's strong is telling the part of me that's scared, here's why it's going to be okay. And as I wrote it, I actually believed it. So I think that's why it was so powerful. And then at the end, I said, so as much as I love and appreciate you, I hope you will understand that your worry around me accomplishing my goals is totally unnecessary at this point. I still definitely appreciate your encouragement to eat healthfully, exercise, get sufficient sleep, and take time for replenishment. And I definitely appreciate the caution when it comes to working too hard or too long during the day, because I want to make sure I maintain a balanced life and invest in the things that matter most. But other than that, please join me in the faith and hope that is leading me along right now. And if I somehow get it wrong, I will take responsibility for that. And I won't blame you one bit. So you can take a deep breath and just relax and enjoy the adventure that's ahead of us. It's going to be wonderful. Love, April Strong. Okay, so now my homework is to read this every morning and night. And anyway, I don't know if this is way too much information to share on the podcast, but I just thought that if you are scared, or part of you is scared, which I'm pretty sure there's a part of you that's nervous or worried, and there's a part of you that's stronger, then this exercise of writing this letter, anyway, it's already making a difference for me. And so I hope it helps make a difference for you too. All right, I wasn't planning on having a part 3, but it's been about a week since I recorded the previous little section of this podcast. I just wanted to report back and then I'll close up. But I actually made a recording of myself reading the letter. So it was about a 5-minute recording total. And then I have it on my phone in my voice memos, and I've been playing it pretty much every morning, every night, sometimes in the middle of the night if I wake up and I'm feeling scared. And what I will say is, even just in this 1 week, I feel like this fear is a non-issue. Now, there might be other things I become afraid of in the future, so I'm not going to pretend like, oh, hey, I'm totally done with that. But I feel like now I'm moving on to that next step. Okay, I got past the fear. Now let's talk more about logistics. What is it that needs to be fixed in our systems, or what's that next step I need to be taking? So I find that my brain is now focusing on other things and other conversations I need to have, or other initiatives I need to take, or other things I need to pray about. And this has worked so well. So anyway, I'm really, really grateful, and I want you to do this and try it and see if it makes as big of a difference in just a week, even as it did for me. And then also just quick final reminders. 4 weeks to finished. That's our amazing group coaching to help you build your Command Central starting September 1st. Please spread the word or go check it out. It's at learndobecome.com/4weeks, number 4, WEEKS. If you're not yet in our Step Mastery program, we would love for you to come join this amazing community. We are adding unique, awesome, timely bonuses that you can only get if you are a current member. So come in, because they do go away. And so we want you to be able to come in, take part in these special bonuses, join 4 weeks to finish if you want a little more support. Or we also have our Arise membership this week. As I'm recording this on August 12th. We had our Arise call this past Tuesday. I love our Arisers. We come together and we talk about just one topic each month, and we set specific goals, and we have accountability, and we work together to be able to consistently improve using the principles of the Command Central and getting organized. We apply that to life, and it's so fun. So you can find out more about that at learndobecome.com/arise. I will close up for now, but I just want to report back. I thought, okay, this is too good. I can't just leave the podcast out there on that note. Even though it was good, it's actually resolved for the most part, and I'm feeling amazing. All right, good luck. Enjoy. Let me know how it goes, and we'll see you soon at learndobecome.com.